Okay, Shalom. Giving all praise and glory to the Most High, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He's worthy to be praised for everything. I've been going over scriptures pertaining to the Apocrypha and how the Most High's law is in the Apocrypha and our story is in the Apocrypha between Malachi and Matthew. We have a blank page there. That blank page is brought forth in the Apocrypha. The 14 books, which mean hidden. Apocrypha means hidden, but they're not hidden because we have them here. The Apocrypha. And I'm using the Cambridge University Press Apocrypha, which is from the King James 1611 Bible, which the Protestant church took out approximately the 1800s. But the original King James 1611 Bible has the Apocrypha in it. So it's very important that if you want to actually get the whole truth and nothing but the truth, you're going to need what it is that was given by the Most High. And you have people that 1800s, we were in captivity. And to find out it is our book, then they really don't have qualifications to take anything away from something that's not theirs. And without a shadow of a doubt. We proved that we are the Israelites. Deuteronomy 28:68, this is for the Israelites, said that, and the Most High shall bring thee into Egypt, would mean captivity, slavery, and bondage, again another time with ships, on cargo slave ships. By the way where I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again, and there we're going to these cargo slave ships, you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen, slave men, and bondwomen. And no man shall buy you, meaning old medieval word that means to save or redeem us from our captivity. Only the Most High going to redeem us from our captivity. We not saved. You got to be saved from your enemies and from the hand of all that hate you. As it is written from Luke, the 1st chapter, the 68th verse to the 71st verse. So, mind you, I mean, it's a must that we look at these scriptures and go in here and see that without the Apocrypha, a lot of things you wouldn't even know. Like a lot of you to go to church, you don't know anything about what's in between. You never probably thought about what's in between Malachi and the book of Matthew. You're just reading whatever it is they gave you. It's called the Revised Version. It's revived. This Bible I have, and you have, majority of people have, is revived from this Bible, the original, to this Bible. A revised version. Without the Apocrypha in it. But you see in the middle of it, I have the Apocrypha. Because it's supposed to be here. So I must go in and prove that the ones that have no reason and no legit ability, what can I say, power to take it out, took it out. Took it out. And let's go to Colossians 3:17 as always. And whatsoever you do in word or deed, do all by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. Give me thanks to the Most High and the Father by Hashem Mashiach Yahushua. So all that we say and do is going to be in the name of the Lord and Savior. We give thanks to the Most High power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob being the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, who this Bible is talking to. We give thanks to him for everything. He's worthy to be praised for everything. Hallelujah to his glorious and holy name. Allowing us to come together to be able to have this forum, to be able to reach out to people, to bring their minds from darkness, ignorance, into the light, the marvelous light, his laws, statutes, commandments, and to be able to have the understanding of Mashiach Yahushua. We come in the volume of the book that's from Genesis all the way to Revelation and everything in between. But people don't know that because they haven't been taught or the Spirit haven't revealed it to them. So let's look at, first and foremost, so you understand. I might have to go there a couple of times because I know it's a lot of times, you speak, Most High speak once, yea, twice, but man perceived it not. So I want you to understand something. Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, in the Apocrypha. Since we looking at the Apocrypha, the legitimacy of the Apocrypha, and we might go here a few times because, you know, like I said, some people miss this. But this is when salvation coming to Israel. And we on our way, y'all. It tells you, Wisdom of Solomon 5:1, listen to this closely. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness in the face, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him and made no account of his labors. That's what you see now. You see brothers on the street, you see brothers like, I'm teaching, and brothers is dropping it in the face of such as afflicted us and made no account of our labors. We worked for 400 plus years free in slavery. And they have made no account of our labors, not even one penny. Yes, I apologize for slavery. When they see it, when they see this happening, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. That's why you don't get it twisted. This is real. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. Because what's coming out? The word of the Most High. The truth of this Bible. You got to deal with the Most High. You can look at us all you want to, but you got to deal with the Most High and the angels that's on this earth. Everybody that want to oppose it. Listen, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation. That's power and authority coming on this earth. Just hold that. Let's show you, see who the salvation is coming to. 2 Ezra 6 and 9. For Esau is the end of the world. So the Edomites would have to be ruling in the end of the world. Because Esau is Edom, which means red. For Esau is the end of the world. And Jacob, who's the forefather of the 12 tribes of Israel, is the beginning of it that followeth. That's why we got next, forever and ever and ever. See, so, going back to, this is when the we got next going to come for Jacob, for the 12 tribes of Israel. And they're going to say in verse 2 of Wisdom of Solomon, the 5th chapter, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. You hear this? So far beyond all that they look for. You're not going to be able to believe this. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit. They're going to be angry in the spirit. Shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometimes a derision and a proverb of reproach. I mean, think about all the names that they call us. We being blamed for everything. Now we're being blamed for the coronavirus, COVID-19. Blaming it on us. We the ones that got it more than anyone. First, we didn't have it. Now we have it in abundance. Everybody got to watch out for us, you know. Have a derision and a proverb of reproach, disgrace. We fools account of this life madness. They call our life madness. And its end to be without honor. Because they think that they the Most High. They put in the Bibles. They say they the Most High. They the great I am. They are Mashiach Yahushai. They figure out end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints. Because you've been lied to. You've been lied to. All your religious leaders have lied to you. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth. Hear that? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth. You know the truth is what? The laws of the Most High. Psalms 119, 142. That righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. They erred from the laws of the Most High. Now you wonder why they took the Apocrypha out. Just look at the lessons that I'm bringing forth concerning the prophet, the prophecies and the word of the Most High pertaining to his law. That's right here in the Apocrypha. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High? And his lot is among the saints. They screaming this. This is when salvation is coming. Y'all understand? Because the Bible answers itself. And when you look at Revelations 11 and 12, it says, and they heard a great voice from heaven saying unto them, come up hither. What's that going to say? Come up hither. Come on up. And they ascended up to heaven in a cloud. The cloud is a chariot of the Most High when you read Psalms 104 and 3. Like they call the flying saucers, the UFOs. They all over the world. Maneuvering, waiting to pick us up. Those, hopefully, Most High will be those ones. And their enemies beheld them. That's what we're reading about. What their enemies going to say, listen to what I say. The enemies beheld them. And at the same hour was there a great earthquake. And the 10th part of the city fell. And in the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. And the remnant, that's the 1/3 of the 12 tribes of Israel, were affrighted and gave glory to the Most High power of heaven. So now it says in verse 12, and their enemies beheld them. So now we read about what our enemies are saying as we're going up in these chariots. Chariots coming down and getting us. How are we going to get on those chariots? Because I know it tells us we're going to get on them. Most High will. It tells us in Isaiah 26 and 20. He said, come, my people. You know, the Most High's people are the children of Israel, 12 tribes of Israel. That remnant, though, we just read about. Not every last one of them, because 2/3 going to be put to death. Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers. So we're going to enter into the cloud, as it said, which is the chariots of the Most High, which are the IFOs, identified flying objects, that we sung about in slavery. Swing low, sweet chariot, coming for to carry me home. I looked over Jordan, which is in Israel, and what did I see? A band of angels coming for me. So it says, come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Just like Noah shut that ark, with him and his wife, his 3 sons, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and their wives. He shut the ark. Boom. Shut the doors about thee. You're going to tell us, shut the doors behind us on these chariots. Hide thyself, as it were, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. Right? We started reading about the indignation. For behold, the Most High, Mashiach cometh out of his place to punish the inhabitants of the earth for their iniquity. You hear that? For their wickedness, for their sins, for their evilness. The earth also shall disclose her blood. Many people are going to be dying, their blood going to be spilled, and shall no more cover her slain. Anybody be buried no more. Oof. So going back to Revelation, once our enemies are going to be held us, like you just said, Revelation 11 and 13, in the same hour, he said the nation go over the earth for the iniquity of those that are living in the earth. In the same hour was there a great earthquake, and the 10th part of the city fell, and the earthquake was slain of men 7,000. And the remnant were affrighted and gave glory to the Most High power of heaven. You hear that? So, going back to Wisdom of Solomon 5, as they seeing us going up. I tell you, in verse 2, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation, so far beyond all that they look for. This is what they're going to say. As our enemies beheld us going up in the chariot, they're going to say, and they repenting this, groaning for anguish of spirit, shall say within themselves, this was he? Couldn't have been him. A proverb of reproach? We fools account this life madness, and his end to be without honor. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? When the saints are the children of Israel. Psalms 148:14 proves that. Therefore have we erred from the way of truth. Hear that? This is past where we at now. The present going to be the time that they saying this, when the salvation is coming to the Israelites, which is our future now. This is what they're going to be saying. This is when they said it. We in the past now compared to when they said it. It's the present now, but in the future, this is what they gonna say. Hope I ain't confused you, but that was a lot to think about. But it is what it is. I mean, this the future of what they gonna be saying as salvation is coming to the Israelites. How is he numbered among the children of the Most High, and his lot is among the saints? Therefore have we erred from the way of truth. Erred from the way of keeping the law, statute, commandments of the Most High. And the light, which is the laws of the Most High, or righteousness is keeping the laws of the Most High, have not shined unto us. And the sun, the wisdom of righteousness, keeping the laws of the Most High, rose not upon us. They're not going to keep the laws of the Most High. Letting you know clearly here. Many times, they just said it many times in that one verse. But listen to verse 7. We reared ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Wickedness and destruction. Destroying everywhere they go. The scripture say they are as hell. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. Marcel Shai said, I am the way. In St. John 14:6. The truth, to show you how to follow the laws of the Most High, is going to lead to everlasting light. Remember, they were erred from the way of truth. They erred from the way of following the Mashiach Yahushua as he showed us how to follow the laws of the Most High. We reared ourselves in the way of wickedness and destruction. Yeah, we have gone through deserts where there lay no way. But as for the way of the Most High and the way of a Mashiach Yahushua, we have not known it. As for the way of the Most High, the power of this Bible, the power of everything, power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, is to say that's his name forever and a memorial to all generations. They're going to say, we have not known it. So no matter how much you try and teach or say whatever, that's the end result. They're going to say, we have not known it. They have not known the way of the Most High and the Mashiach Yahushua. That's why the judgment, I mean, they talk about it. In their Bible dictionary and different books, they know. They know this. Real for real. So it's very important that you remember that. So as we go through life and you see what's going on and you bring it with these scriptures, these precepts, you see that it's going to make sense. So I want to go into 1 Maccabees, the 2nd chapter. And because this is between Malachi and Matthew, the Greek Empire. Because Malachi is in the Persian Mede Empire. When you get to Matthew, to the New Testament, the first book of the New Testament, you in the Roman Empire. So we missed the Greek Empire. But I'm going to bring it on home to you. So, and I went through 1 Maccabees, the 1st chapter, the 1st verse. So we're going to look at 1 Maccabees, the 2nd chapter. Now you know about the wicked Antiochus Epiphanes that was killing everybody, of the Israelites, for keeping the laws of the Most High and doing what's right in the eyes of the Most High. So let's go to, he was killing the women that circumcised the boys on the 8th day, as the law said we should, putting them to death. So now, 2 Maccabees, the 2nd chapter, verse 1. In those days rose Mattathias, son of John, son of Simeon, a priest of the sons of Joab from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin. And he had 5 sons. Johanan, called Caddis, Simon, called Thasi, Judah, who was called Maccabeus, Eleazar, called Abaran, and Jonathan, whose surname was Aphas. And when he saw the blasphemies that were committed in Judah and Jerusalem, over and over again, As you go to the previous lesson, you see Esau was blaspheming the Most High, sacrificing swine flesh and abominations and having all kind of madness going on in the temple, whores and everything, prostitutes, all that. He said, "Woe is me! Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people and of the holy city, and to dwell there, when it was delivered into the hand of the enemy." You hear that? It was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers. See? Her temple has become as a man without glory. Her glorious vessels are carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Hear that? Babies. They were killing our babies, slain in the street. Remember I told you that the women's... Well, let's read it. 1 Maccabees 1 and 61. Well, let's read verse 60. At which time, according to the commandment, they put to death certain women that had caused their children to be circumcised. Right? Put to death, that's on the 25th day of the month. Even in your month of the 12th month of Esau, which you call Christmas. And they hanged the infants about their necks, these babies. They hanged the infants about their necks and rifled their houses, robbed their houses, and slew them that had circumcised them. See? So going back to 1 Maccabees 2 and 9. Her glorious vessels was carried away into captivity. Her infants are slain in the streets. Her young men with the sword of the enemy. This ain't no friend, this is a sword of an enemy. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? That's why it says how the nations got rich when we fell in 70 AD. Shoot. You hear before Mashiach came on the earth, they was getting rich from bringing us down in the Greek Empire. All her ornaments are taken away. Of a free woman, she has become a bond slave. See? Free woman, now she become a slave woman. Anything goes. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste. And the Gentiles have profaned it. That's why you look at Hebrews 12, 16. The Gentiles have profaned it. Hebrews 12, 16. Lest there be any fornicator or profane person. So a profane person will bring forth profaneness. And will profane something that's holy. A profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat, that's that red meat, sold his birthright. So this is what they did. And you can see also in 1 Maccabees 1 and 46, it said, pollute the sanctuary and holy people. That's what Esau did under Antiochus Epiphanes. Set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. That they should also leave their children uncircumcised and make their souls abominable with all manner of uncleanness and profanation. There you go, that profanation. Profane person, that's Esau. Profanation. To the end they might forget the law and change all the ordinances. See? Their whole plot. As it is today. They done fulfilled it pretty much amongst our people, because our people don't know nothing about the both sides laws. You tell them you got to follow them, they still following the way of the heathen. First Maccabees 2 and 12. And behold, our sanctuary, even our beauty and our glory, is laid waste, and the Gentiles have profaned it. Over and over again, you keep hearing this word profane. You see what's going back to Esau. Profane person, that's Esau, who for one morsel of meat, that red meat, sold his birthright. To what end thereof, therefore, shall we live any longer? Verse 14. Then Mattathias and his sons rent their clothes and put on sackcloth and mourned very sore, very hurtful, to see the misery that was happening to us, the 12 tribes of Israel. In the meanwhile, the king's officers, such as compelled the people to revolt, came into the city Modin to make them sacrifice. So he come into the city to make them sacrifice to swine flesh and abominations. And when many of Israel came unto them, Mattathias also and his sons came together. They done mourn. It's like whenever you put sackcloth and ashes and rent your clothes, it's sad. That's in mourning to the Most High, crying to the Most High. Then answered the king's officers and said to Mattathias on this wise, Thou art a ruler and an honorable and great man in this city, and strengthenest with sons and brethren. Now therefore come thou first and fulfill the king's commandment. You come first, Mattathias, and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done. All these other nations outside of the 12 tribes of Israel have done. Yeah, and the men of Judah also. Why? Because look at 1 Maccabees 1 and 11. In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So they made a covenant with the heathen. Wicked men that came out of Israel. Yeah, they the ones that he's talking about. Verse 18. And the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem, of the other tribes. So shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends. You do this, king gonna look at you as a friend. And thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. So he offered them a lot of money to follow the king's commandments and do abominable acts before the Most High. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, with authority, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him, and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers, and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. That's right. Look at Psalms say, him and his sons and his brethren gonna walk in the covenant of our forefathers. What is he saying? Let's go to Psalms. The book of Psalms 105 and 8. See what his covenant is with. He had remembered his covenant, which is a contract of agreement with the Most High. How long? Forever. The word which he commanded to 1,000 generations, which covenant he made with Abraham, and his oath unto Isaac, and confirmed the same unto Jacob for a law, and to Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel, for an everlasting covenant. Everlasting covenant. You hear that? So this is what he's talking about. That's why we look at how these wicked men, Most High gave us a covenant, and they want to make a covenant with the enemies. In 1 Maccabees 1:11, in those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen. Where I got a covenant with the Most High? We're going to have a covenant with the damn devil, the enemy, as you've heard right here. Because devil means deceitful and evil person. Devils is deceitful, evil people. Understand this. So it says, now they want Mattathias and his sons and the brethren to be like the heathen. Most High said, learn not the way of the heathen, Jeremiah 10:2. 1 Maccabees 2:18. Now therefore come down first and fulfill the king's commandment, like as all the heathen have done, and the men of Judah also, and such as remain at Jerusalem. So shalt thou and thy house be in the number of the king's friends. And thou and thy children shall be honored with silver and gold and many rewards. We're going to pay you a lot of money. Since you're the ruler, we're going to hook you up. We're going to give you silver and gold and many rewards. Then Mattathias answered and spake with a loud voice, though all the nations that are under the king's dominion obey him and fall away every one from the religion of their fathers and give consent to his commandments, yet will I and my sons and my brethren walk in the covenant of our fathers. We just read it. That covenant with Abraham to Isaac to Jacob to the 12 tribes of Israel. That agreement that the Most High made with us, the children of Israel, the 12 tribes of Israel. The Most High forbid that we should forsake the law. Hear that, brothers and sisters? The Most High forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. How many going to stand up like this in these days and times? The Most High forbid that we should forsake the law and the ordinances. We will not hearken to the king's words to go from our religion either on the right hand or the left, no matter how you bring it to us. No matter how much you're going to give us, we could care less. We're not going to deviate or break the Most High's rules and regulations, his laws, statute, commandments, his ordinances. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews. Here come old Sambo. Now when he had left speaking these words, there came one of the Jews in the sight of all to sacrifice on the altar which was at Modeh, according to the king's commandment. You see what they put on the altar? First Maccabees 1:47, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. All kind of filthy McNasty animals. Here come a Sambo. He gonna follow the king's commandments. Oh, they said this, I'm gonna do it. Okay. In front of Judas Maccabees, his daddy, Mattathias. In front of their face after you done said this boldly with a loud voice. Screaming at him. Verse 24, which thing when Mattathias saw, he was inflamed with zeal, and his reins trembled. Neither could he forbear to show his anger according to the judgment. Wherefore he ran and slew him upon the altar. He ran and killed him. Sacrificing swine and abominable animals on the altar. An Israelite. Also the king's commissioner, who compelled men to sacrifice, he killed at that time, and the altar he pulled down. He killed the commissioner, working for the king. And he pulled down the altar. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of the Most High, like as Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Shalom. Go to Numbers. Book of Numbers. 25th chapter. This is how we roll. That's why he said he did the same thing that Phinehas did unto Zambri. Numbers 25. Look at let's look at that verse 1. Numbers 25. And Israel abode in Sittim, and the people began to commit whoredom with the daughters of Moab. Whoredom with the daughters of Moab. Chinese. Indigenous Chinese people. And they called the people unto the sacrifices of their gods. Hear that? They called the people to the sacrifice of their gods, and the people did eat and bowed down to their gods. Just like this dude did. And Mattathias put him to death, and the commissioner of the king. And Israel joined himself unto Baal Peor, and the anger of the Most High was kindled against Israel. And the Most High said unto Moses, take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Most High against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Most High may be turned away from Israel. Hear what he said? Take all the heads of the people and hang them up before the Most High against the sun, that the fierce anger of the Most High may be turned away from Israel. And Moses said unto the judges of Israel, slay ye every one his man that would join unto Baal Peor. Kill them all. Verse 6, and behold, one of the children of Israel came and brought unto his brethren a Midianitess woman in the sight of Moses. She was a Midianitess woman in the sight of Moses, and in the sight of all the congregation of the children of Israel, who were weeping before the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Check this out, verse 7. And when Phinehas, as we just read about, Mattathias remembered this, and when Phinehas, son of Eleazar, son of Aaron the priest, saw it, he rose up from among the congregation and took a javelin in his hand. And he went after the man of Israel into the tent and thrust both of them through, the man of Israel and the woman through her belly. So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. Hear that? So the plague was stayed from the children of Israel. And those that died in the plague were 24,000. So going back to Maccabees, I'm just showing you how you saying it's not legit. Come on. The same thing that Mattathias done is the same thing that Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Shalom. Verse 26 of 1 Maccabees 2 and 26. Thus dealt he zealously for the law of the Most High. The law of the Most High, right here in the Apocrypha. The Most High's law. Like as Phinehas, who we just read, Phinehas did unto Zambri, the son of Shalom. We just read how he took that javelin, stuck him through, killed him, and the Midianitess woman. And Mattathias cried throughout the city with a loud voice, saying, whosoever is zealous of the law, whosoever is zealous of the Most High's law, and maintaineth the covenant, who was given to Abraham, to Isaac, to Jacob, to the 12 tribes of Israel we just read, let him follow me. So he and his sons fled into the mountains and left all that ever they had in the city. Left everything in the city. Fled into the mountains. Then many that sought after justice and judgment went down into the wilderness to dwell there, both they and their children and their wives and their cattle, because afflictions increased sore upon them. It was afflicting us. Now when it was told the king's servants and the host that was at Jerusalem in the city of David, that certain men who had broken the king's commandment were gone down into the secret places in the wilderness, they pursued after them, a great number, and having overtaken them, they camped against them and made war against them on the Sabbath day. So they found out where they were at, and they made war with these men on the Sabbath day. And they said unto them, let that which ye have done hitherto suffice, satisfy you. Come forth and do according to the commandment of the king, and ye shall live. This is on the Sabbath day. He said, hey, what you have done is cool. Come forth and do as the king wants you to do, and you're going to live. But they said, we will not come forth. Neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Profane the Sabbath day, right? But the Most High told us, go to Exodus, the 20th chapter. See, this don't mean anything to someone that's not an Israelite, because they're not following this. They're the ones that's coming up against us. Naturally, they would take it out of the Bible, because you end up reading this and finding out, oh, this is what they did. So go to the law concerning the Sabbath in Exodus 20th chapter, verse 8. Remember, it's the only commandment the Most High said, remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Most High, thy power. Not the first day. Look at any calendar, you look at the first day is on your calendar. The 7th day is on your calendar also. You count from the first day to the 7th day, you'll see that you've been honoring the Most High on the wrong day. The first day is wrong. 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the 7th day is the Sabbath of the Most High, thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work, thou, nor thy son, nor thy daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy strangers that are within thy gates. For 6 days the Most High Mashiach made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is, and rested the 7th day. Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. Spend a lot of time. 1, 2, 3, 4 verses just on the Sabbath day. So that's the law. So going back to 1 Maccabees 2 in verse 34, they say you're going to live if you do what the king says, his commandment. But they said, we will not come forth, neither will we do the king's commandment to profane the Sabbath day. So then they gave them the battle with all speed. Howbeit they answered them not. They didn't fight back on the Sabbath day. Neither cast they a stone at them, nor stopped the places where they lay hid. Didn't, put a boulder in front of the caves or wherever they were at. But said, let us die all in our innocency. Heaven and earth shall testify for us that ye put us to death wrongfully. So they rose up against them in battle on the Sabbath, and they slew them with their wives and children, killed the men and the wives of the children, and their cattle to the number of 1,000 people, killed 1,000 people at one time. Now when Mattathias and his friends understood hereof, they mourned for them right sore,